The Treasure Coast man convicted of kidnapping, torturing, and murdering 4 young girls and 2 women back in the 1980s is scheduled to be executed tomorrow.
Barring any last-minute stays, David Allen Gore is set to be put to death at the Florida State Prison. News Channel 5's Jeff Skripek takes a look at the case that has gripped a community for 3 decades.
Tears wiped away from young faces on this late summer day in 1983. Family and friends say their goodbyes to a 17-year-old Vero Beach girl who was found shot to death in the trunk of a car. That young girl was Lynn Elliott, who was picked up while hitchhiking that fateful July day by David Allen Gore.
I used to live right down that street, Tropic Drive, and right over here is where Lynn and I were standing that day when we decided to hitchhike.
Reagan Martin was with Elliott the night she died. Both were tied up, tortured, and raped. When Elliott found the moment to run from Gore's house, he chased after her, shooting her in the head in a moment of panic. It was a scene witnessed by a young man who later alerted authorities. They found Martin tied up in the attic, but Elliott murdered in the trunk of a car.
Nobody's going to pick her up unless the person's a criminal, and maybe if they know that, then maybe, then they wouldn't have this air of, it can't happen to me because I'm going to get picked up by a nice guy and get taken somewhere.
After being arrested and indicted on murder and kidnapping charges, Gore later led authorities to the sites of other victims, including 14-year-old Barbara Ann Byer and Angelica Lavallée, California resident Judy K. Daly, and mother and daughter Xinhuang and Yinghua Ling.
Whether it was done as a matter of to get it all off of his chest or whether it was to provide additional information, it's very difficult to say what his feeling behind it was.
Gore would spend the next 3 decades fighting his death sentence. Then, on February 28th of 2012, Governor Rick Scott signed Gore's execution warrant, death by lethal injection.
I think it'd be a moment of happiness. I may be wrong, but that's the way I feel right now. And because he needs to be off this earth.
A day of healing, Lynn Elliott's father, Carl, says he's been waiting to come for years. Now, tomorrow I am scheduled to be one of the few reporters on hand to witness Gore's final moments and execution.
And Jeff, what have you been told about this process?
Well, what we're being told right now is that around 6 o'clock, they'll take Gore from his cell. Guards will take Gore from his cell and bring him to the execution chamber. At that point, they'll give him a series of 3 shots. The first one will kind of sort of put him under. The second one will paralyze him. And the third one, that's the lethal one.
Certainly not an assignment for anybody, the faint of heart.
No.
Anybody at all. It's a very difficult thing. I've known other reporters who have witnessed executions.
Right, and a big part of why we're there is to kind of be the eyes and the ears of the public and really to give them a little bit of an insight of the justice system that's really rarely seen.
And your report's tomorrow night.
It is tomorrow night. We'll be there. We'll be there filing team coverage all day.
Thank you very much, Jeff.